Here, the Punisher. So, the Punisher special presentation is confirmed to be in the works. Jon Bernthal is working on developing this. I wanted to talk about something very interesting with you, Jerry, because you and I have critiqued the Disney Plus style a lot lately, and how we haven't been fans of how how it has been going. And I wanted to point this out to you about what is very very, very interesting, because you and I called this a while ago that a lot of these projects are going to get canceled once they realize what they've done, and they have realized a lot of these shows are getting canned. And what is very interesting, Jerry, is that they're not doing another season for Punisher, but they're doing a special presentation, which maybe going to be like a 1 hour or like a 45-minute special of a Punisher story. So I wanted to know how you feel about that, because I have some thoughts too, like, about it. But how do you feel about them trying to move away from the TV show format, but they're doing something different that hasn't been done a lot, which is the special presentation format?
It sucks because I love that they're doing a special presentation. However, I wish they were doing a full series with the Punisher. But I think two things. Number one, I think that they recognize that the second season of the Punisher wasn't nearly as good as the first, even though I love them both. And I think that they maybe feel it will be easier to keep the quality up in a special presentation format rather than a 6 or 8 episode thing. And I love that Punisher's coming back, and I love that they are already announcing plans that is obviously building around the Daredevil ecosystem within the MCU. And what I really love about this, and like, it's hard to think about this and not think about the rooftop scene where it's like, of course I do. And what do you do, Red?
Yeah.
They're back out on the streets. And I can't wait for the philosophical conversations around who's right and who's wrong in this situation. And as much as I don't want any political agenda within the content, I do think that it will be an interesting thing to watch when considering the controversial soft on crime policies that some major cities have right now and have been topics of heated national debate, and I think that'll be interesting. But I do think that, like the philosophical, I just butchered that word, but whatever. I got it right the first time. That kind of conversation around who's right, who's wrong. And I think that opens up the door for much more thoughtful conversations around superheroes as a whole. And I think when projects do that, it's a really big payoff. Case in point, Captain America Civil War. People still debate that till this day. I think that if you can't recognize Cap was right, you're out of your mind. But whatever, I like these types of discussions. I think that if the fandom is having interesting conversations from the content, that's a sign that the content is good. And I'm not talking about debating whether it was trash or not. I'm talking about debating the viewpoints within the content.
100%, bro. I think that this Punisher special is going to be something that's very, very interesting, and I think that maybe it's a special because it might be leading into some type of movie that Punisher is going to be in. And I like the fact that they're trying to. I like the fact that they're trying to actually change what's going on. Even though I do think the Punisher, it's one of the only characters that could maybe be popular in his own show, but it seems like maybe they have bigger plans for him. You know what I mean? And obviously Daredevil already got its green light for its season 2 already, so they're about to start doing that soon. So that's a great thing. But with Frank, I just wonder what they're going to do, and I think it will be very. And with the actor like Bernthal, putting him on the movie stage will be insanity. I think, and I think there's a place for Frank Castle in the live action MCU movie verse. And I think that he's going to bring a side of fandom that doesn't really get their feed of violence, if that makes sense. Like there's this part of me, like there's this part, bro, in my soul where like I want more violence, you know, and Daredevil is my fix for that. And to get that on the live action stage would be fun.
You know who I would love to see in Spider-Man 4 is the Punisher. Obviously Daredevil,
That would be
but like,
crazy.
yeah. You also, the Punisher's first appearance was in a Spider-Man comic.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's fire.
And they could do so many cool things. Like imagine Spider-Man going super dark and gritty in a black suit, and then him like being like, wait a minute, I'm going too dark. Like the Punisher, you're like out of here. Like, bro, like I got to get rid of the symbiote. Like that would be crazy.
Or even worse, what if Frank is the one that calls him out on his stuff? That would be nuts.
I don't think he would. I think Frank would
really.
Just be like, yeah, bro. I think Frank would, because if Frank would egg him on to be further down, like
go kill him, kill him.
Yeah. Dude, the Punisher is like my way or the highway.
Yeah, seeing that live action would be so funny, bro. Oh my gosh. Yeah, or not in live action, seeing it in movies would be funny. So yeah, man, I love the idea though of the presentation, and I hope that's something that they take more advantage of, because I do think that's a good way to tell other characters' story without giving us a 7-week freaking arc. My gosh, bro.
Yeah, so, I know. I just want more Punisher than 1 hour.
100%. So